good with y'all young boys? Dallas Gamer back in the, y'all already know who it is, know what I'm saying? Back with the video, you feel me? We just reacting to a breakdown. The breakdown of the full card, KSI versus Temper, Misfits 4. It was an amazing card. If y'all seen the fights, y'all already know what I'm talking about. We was gonna watch my man break it down again, you know what I'm saying? One of my favorite videos to make. One of my most popular too, bro. We about to run it back, bro. Y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is.
If you are not from Konoha and I sense your chakra, I'm busting my Rasengan.
It was the best event in the history of DAZN Misfits, and one of the best tournaments in the history of boxing. Misfits 004 looked even better knowing there was a UFC event at the same time. Well,
right, bro, and they won against the UFC event too. Oh yeah, that's actually awesome, bro. Yo, this YouTube boxing game coming up, man. I'm glad to be on a ride. I know y'all is too. See, bro, what's going on?
Sean Strickland clapped his hands. The Misfits made a real show for everyone. Let's start the analysis in order, as well as count how many fights we guessed. Taylor versus Virgo. In our previous video, we said that the fight would be competitive, since Anthony Taylor, although he does not have a base in boxing, has a good chin, and in a 4-round fight he has the opportunity to catch Idris in exchanges, which will be a chance to win. Anthony's progress in fights is noticeable. In the last one, he almost knocked out the opponent.
Here we go. Don't blink, Todd.
Oh! That is right. That is right. He did take that boy down in one punch in the first second, bro. I remember this, bro. Was that not crazy, y'all? Come on now, bro. That was, bro. Oh my God, Misfit 5 about to go crazy too, man. You already know.
But as it turned out, Anthony does not particularly like cardio training. Already in the second round, he ran out of steam, which Idris took advantage of.
Which is true.
He methodically and safely beat Taylor until the final bell. Good work with the jab, as well as hooks and uppercuts to the body. In our time, bodywork is a forgotten art, but Idris revives it on his own. But let's be honest, he's too good for such events. Virgo should fight with professionals, or at least top YouTube boxers like Tommy Fury. Event predictions, 0-1, not in our favor.
Hold on, you thought
versus Ordway.
Alright, yeah, bro. This is
girls from different worlds.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. This is my fight of the night, bro. Y'all gonna see why.
The actress of adult films Elle Brooke against the TikTok sensation Faith Ordway. Elle already had experience of fighting. She has one victory under her belt, while Faith has just made her debut in the boxing ring. However, her height and the length of her arms should have equalized the odds in this Battle of the Titans. In our prediction, we said that the victory would be for Elle Brooke, primarily due to mental preparation. Adult industry workers are mentally built differently than TikTokers. That was reflected in the fight. Both girls run at each other. It was one of the craziest first minutes in the history of boxing.
Bro, they was just trading, bro. This is, man, I was so hyped.
However, Brooke was mentally stronger, thanks to which she was able to connect better in this tornado. It's worth noting her prepared combos for the fight, as she used her left hand to move her opponent's head towards right straight, which brought her victory by knockout in the first round. By the way, on the same evening, Salt Poppy will use the same straight punch. And our event predictions become 1-1.
The fact that you thought Anthony Taylor was going to win.
Taylor versus Swarms.
Oh my gosh,
about
bro.
The boxing skills of Madman Swarms. No one took him seriously like our prediction. Ryan will have to climb an incredibly steep mountain to get the win in this one. And will probably have to pour a vial of pig's blood into Swarm's ear in his sleep to even get past level 1 of his armor. But unfortunately, this still wouldn't be enough. Swarms wins by doctor stoppage in the first 10 seconds. However, the fact is that we were not joking. Swarms really has the potential of the greatest boxer in the history of mankind.
He won by doctor
With
stoppage.
just one punch, he broke the orbital bone of Ryan Taylor, because of which the doctor stopped the fight. What's scariest about this situation is that Swarms connected with the jab. It's not even a power punch.
Exactly.
Let us remind you that he broke the face of a man who went through a war with Slim. And in the fight for whose last name will be Taylor, Ryan Taylor gave a competitive fight to professional MMA fighter Anthony Taylor. However, against Swarms, he held on until the first blow. Let's be honest, with such an accurate prediction, we deserve at least 10 points.
Yes, bro, you
Event
do.
predictions,
You do, bro. You do.
11 and
yes,
1.
bro, you do.
B.
deserve all of it,
against
man.
the mysterious opponent. If you have questions, you can go to my personal Instagram.
Bro, look
Link
at my man's face,
in the
bro.
description. This is the moment when Misfits surpassed the classic sports events and pro wrestling in one event.
Yes, bro.
While B-Dave and the whole world held their breath in anticipation of who would become his opponent. No one could have thought that it was him.
No way! Oh my God!
Bro.
What's the coffin?
Bro, come on.
You gotta be
Let me
kidding
get
me.
to the part.
Mark Calloway is almost 7 feet tall.
Exactly.
Yes,
That was
the
like
second
6'10".
best fighter in history after Swarms. The Undertaker, pride of Mexico, Luis Alcatraz Pineda is back.
Come on. You didn't put it. Oh, no, bro. They're so dirty. They're so dirty. Bro, when Pineda did his walkout, y'all already know, right? So he was staying in the silhouette like that. So let's go back. He was staying in the silhouette. This idiot was over here adjusting his hood, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. I love Pineda, bro. I love him, bro. Oh my, I had so much. I watched this back like 20 times, bro. Look at this, bro.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Look at his face, bro. He's that guy,
This
bro.
return dwarfs all
He's
returns
him,
in
bro.
pro wrestling, as evident
Bro, how you say him in Spanish, bro? I won't say that, bro. He's him, bro. He's Pineda, bro.
by the public's reaction. The world is divided into before and after Pineda's return.
Exactly.
While the whole world was in shock from the return, no one knew that the real surprise awaited in the ring. Mexico's Pride activated the inner Canelo and began throwing flashy combinations, hooks to the body, and showed excellent distance control. He looked like a brand new fighter. This fighter didn't even have the shadow of the guy who liked to scratch his head in the fight with KSI. It's also worth paying tribute to B-Dave. Despite the lack of experience and short notice, he showed a good performance. He did not give up and
nice.
managed to take the end of the fight. However, this was not good enough to defeat Pineda.
See, that's what he should have been doing against KSI. He should have been using that extreme, because he has long limbs, right? And in boxing, that's like valuable, because you know what I'm saying. You hit your opponent can't even get to you if you destroy the fight. You know what I'm saying. Pineda did an excellent job of distance control. And he made sure to piece him up, bro. He did. Like he showed his professional background this time, bro.
Salt Poppy
Salt Poppy
versus
on a different
Bruckner.
level, bro.
Essentially the most technical fight of this event.
Very
Attack against counterattack, right-handed against left-handed, boxing skills against physical preparation. This fight gave an unequivocal answer to all questions. Salt Poppy showed an incredible sense of distance and mental games with the opponent, while Bruckner worried about the position of his front leg, constantly stepping behind Poppy's leg. Father of Salt read every movement and took notes. Josh tried to push through jab and then start exchanging, but it wasn't enough.
Exactly.
He didn't throw out the feints, and the
Exactly.
movements were too stiff, which Salt Poppy took advantage of. He created a false sense of success for Josh to continue to step deep behind Poppy's leg with jab.
Bro,
Then
hold
he
on,
created
look.
an angle.
Cause look, he was moving away. He was moving away from the jab. Or what even him?
For a counterattack. With this position of the body,
Yeah, the hook,
he
yeah, the hook,
decided
that
to
left hook.
throw a straight, which opened his
Look.
jaw. And
Ow.
for Salt Poppy, no more is needed. He just threw a precise straight
That's
on
what
the
I'm saying.
shift,
Like, is Salt probably even stronger? I don't think so. He just has insane accuracy, bro. He just has insane accuracy. Plus, like, you just know, like, he just knows like what's gonna happen. It was beautiful. This was a beautiful fight. Even though Butler got knocked out, bro, it was a beautiful
end
fight.
to the fight.
It was
The
a beautiful
scariest
fight.
thing
I'm not
about
gonna
this
lie.
performance is that he only used one punch.
Exactly.
The last time he hit anything other than straight, he destroyed the opponent
yeah,
in
it wasn't
20
straight.
seconds. With this performance, Salt Poppy separated himself from the rest of the YouTube boxers and entered the elite club. Ideally, he should fight against Jake Paul. But this will destroy Jake's boxing career, and he will definitely not accept this fight.
Of course not.
And
Of
our
course
score is predicted becomes 12-1.
That's facts, bro. That's facts.
Slim versus Zanetti. The time for the co-main event for the title of champion, undefeated Slim against the tough Tom Zanetti. This is another fight where Slim is several times lighter than his opponent, which became immediately noticeable. Tom looked much more muscular, but what surprised the most was his control of the distance. For most of the first round, Slim missed, but as soon as he calmed his nerves, we saw the classic hitman. However, the problem is that it was really a classic hitman. Slim was tired again in the middle of the second round. His excuse after the fight was that his opponent was too heavy and exhausted him in the clinch. However, he's had this problem since the first fight, which is why Slim began to miss a lot of punches. To his credit, he ate some bombs clean on the chin,
He did. He was
but he
eating
didn't
them things,
fall.
bro.
However, in these exchanges, Albaher himself did connect with.
Bro, that's how you know Slim just loved KFC, bro. Cause he just kept taking those 3-piece extra crispy combos, and they were extra light too, bro. Cause that man is white, bro.
Accurate straights. It's worth noting his right straight exit from the clinch. This is his most underrated weapon. As a result, we got a real war, where Tom showed character and even managed to take one round. And our score is predicted becomes 13-1. KSI versus Temper.
Jeez.
This was a fight of two extremes, Southpaw versus Orthodox, attacking pressure against static counterattacks, right overhand versus left straight.
That's right.
It's in every sense a classic boxing matchup. But the only thing that made this matchup less interesting was Temper's defense in exchanges. Every time you put a lot of pressure on him and force him to enter the exchanges, he is nervous, because of which he eats unnecessary blows, which KSI did from the very first second. He tried to recreate the exchanges that Slim did with Temper. He stepped behind Temper's foot to create an angle for hook attacks, then added a Michael Page-style jump.
That's right.
The point is that with this movement of the hands, you make the opponent nervous in anticipation.
Crazy.
And instead of throwing the jab, you burst in with a straight punch into close range.
That image is
But
crazy.
KSI didn't just cut the distance, he forced Temper to lower his hand with the straight punch. After that, he KO'd him with a hook. JJ really did his homework and technically got a lot better. Based on all of the above, it's clear that KSI and Salt Poppy are technically on a different level. And the fact that they fight in completely different styles makes this matchup more interesting. While Jake slowed down in his boxing career, others had already caught up with him. The technique, speed, and strength of KSI and Poppy is comparable to Jake Paul. So the winner of this triangle can safely be called the best YouTube boxer. And the score of the predictions of this tournament is 14-1. Which
So we gonna not talk about Swarms, right? He goes from being a ballerina to literally killing a dude with one jab, bro. That's what we ended the video, bro. Like, subscribe. I'm gonna link this video down below, of course. You know what I'm saying? Always gotta give props to my mans. And with that being said, I hope you have a blessed day and peace out.